is down, everybody? It is your main course, Pancake, and welcome back to another tier list video. Today, we are doing sports. All of them. Every single one of them. If you have a sport in mind, it's on this list. Probably, maybe. That's what we're doing. So, let's go. First up, looks like soccer. Looks like soccer is the first one up. Soccer. I don't like soccer. My sister played soccer in high school and middle school, and my sister played soccer, and I had to go to all of her games. That was absolutely horrendous. I mean, it's not a terrible sport, you know. I had to like it somewhat because I had to make it bearable to watch. But I'm gonna go D tier for soccer. Okay, next up, baseball. Baseball is one of my favorite sports. My favorite sport to play is baseball. I'm pretty good at it too. Not to flex or anything, but I am insane. Alright, I could be in the MLB right now if I really wanted to. But I'm making YouTube videos that 2 people watch. So, baseball's gonna be an A tier. A tier. Not quite S tier. There's a couple other ones on here. Well, there's one other one in particular that's definitely S tier. Okay, next up, basketball. Very fun sport to watch. Very fun sport to play. I'm gonna put it A tier with baseball. They're very close. Very similar. Next up, we have pool, billiards. Pool is very fun to play. Not very fun to watch. It can be interesting to watch. People like do trick shots and stuff. That can be interesting, but I'm gonna say C tier, honestly. Okay, next up we have bowling. Kind of fun to play, kind of fun to watch, you know, not that great though. I'm gonna put it C tier with pool. All right, next up we have boxing. Boxing's pretty fun to watch. I've never boxed anyone because this is my moneymaker right here. This face, you can't damage my face. That would just be horrendous. But it's B tier. I think it's very fun to watch. I don't know what this is. This just looks like a coliseum. We're gonna say that this is fighting lions in ancient Rome. So that I think would be S tier. I would definitely watch that. This is cricket. This is cricket. I don't understand cricket at all. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I've tried to watch it a few times. I don't understand it at all. It is so confusing to me. I'm going to throw it in F tier because I just don't get it. Next up we have croquet. Very, very fun sport to play. I've played it a couple times actually. It was very fun, very entertaining, very interesting. So I'm going to say D tier. It's kind of like golf, honestly. It resembles golf quite a bit, and golf isn't my thing. And next up we have curling. S tier. I love watching curling. Don't judge me, okay? Don't talk to me like down to me or anything. Curling is amazing. Watching a bunch of middle-aged men in the Olympics is amazing to me. It's wonderful. This is such an exhilarating sport. I would watch this all day. Next we have cycling. Cycling, that's a straight L. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna put it F tier because when they wreck, it is very entertaining when they wreck. I will admit that. I will say that. Next up we have darts. Darts is pretty interesting to watch because of how good people are at it. Like when I'm playing darts, I'm just trying to hit the board, you know. These guys can just hit triple 20 3 times in a row without even like blinking an eye. So that's pretty amazing. But I'm gonna throw it C tier. And next up we have frisbee golf. I've played it once with a friend. It was pretty fun. It was not insanely fun, but it was pretty fun. I'll throw it B tier. Looks like esports. I like watching esports. I like playing video games. I like watching people that are very good at video games play video games. It's basically the same premise as watching a sport. You're watching someone do something you can't do, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna say B tier. Next up we have fencing. Not a big fan of fencing. Again, I don't really understand it. It's not exactly enthralling. You know, it doesn't make you go, ooh. So I'm gonna throw it D tier. And next up we have field hockey. I've never actually watched a game of field hockey or played field hockey. It's basically ice hockey in the field. I'm not a huge fan of hockey, being honest. It's okay, but I'm gonna throw this one C tier. And next up we have football. Football I would say is a solid B tier. Probably the best B tier. It's not quite A tier. It's almost A tier. It's so close to A tier, but not quite. And next up we have Formula 1 racing. It's not NASCAR. It's different than NASCAR. I've never actually watched Formula 1. I've watched NASCAR, and it's boring as crap. I don't like NASCAR, and I assume Formula 1's pretty close to the same premise. So I'm going to put Formula 1 in F tier. And next up we have diving. I don't know what this is. This guy's just got flippers on, and he's in the middle of the ocean. So we're going to throw that L, because I don't know what that's supposed to be. And next up we have golf. Golf is also going to be L. I don't like golf at all. Golf is... No. Golf's not good. Golf's pretty bad. Okay, next up we have gymnastics. I'm just gonna group all gymnastics into this, I guess. I would say probably a D tier. I don't like gymnastics that much. It's kind of the same, like, I don't know how they score it. So, I watch one and it's the same as watching all the others. Next up we have ice hockey. Ice hockey's, it's better than field hockey, I would think, because there's a lot more fighting. I'm going to throw ice hockey B tier. I have no idea what this is. We're just going to move this one down here and not lacrosse then. Lacrosse is alright. It's interesting. Watching people get hit by sticks is always fun. A decent C tier. Next up we have MMA. MMA I'm going to put C tier as well. I don't like it as much as boxing. I don't like kicks very much. I think it's because I used to get kicked by my sister a lot. And next up we have NASCAR, which I'm going to put right next to the Formula 1 racing in F tier. I don't like it. Next up, ping pong, table tennis, Forrest Gump sport. A tier, for sure. I love watching ping pong. It's so interesting to see these people that are just throwing little plastic balls at each other at unimaginable speeds and then being able to hit it back to them and land it on a table. It's like, what? I'm pretty good at ping pong too. I actually got a scar from ping pong, yeah, on my nose. I have 2 scars on my nose, one from badminton, one from ping pong. It's pretty cool. Racquetball. Racquetball is a lot like tennis, I think, with a few different rules. I'm going to say D tier. I don't think it's that awesome. Next up we have rugby. Rugby, I'm going to throw B tier. It's a lot like, it's kind of like football. It's like, I mean, it's European football, but I don't know. It's not as good as football, in my opinion, but it's still decent. All right, next up we have skateboarding. I'm not a huge fan of skateboarding. Same with snowboarding. Snowboarding is right next to it. We're going to put those both in C tier. And now we have another soccer, which I don't know where this came from. I don't know why there's more than one soccer, but we're going to put soccer in D tier and then move this other one out because I don't know what that's supposed to be. Next up we have surfing. Surfing's pretty cool. Every now and then someone gets bit by a shark, which is something, it happens. I'm going to throw it B tier. I think surfing is okay, surfing's fun. Surfing's surfing. And next up we have swimming. I like watching the Olympics in swimming. Don't think I would like watching anything else in swimming. So we're going to throw it D tier. And then we have finger skateboarding, which I didn't even know was a thing. I remember as a little kid having the little finger skateboards, but I didn't know that was considered a sport. We're going to throw that straight L because I don't know why that's a sport. Next up we have tennis. I enjoy tennis. I'm going to say B tier for tennis. I think it's somewhat interesting. I really like when people get mad and they throw their racket on the ground. That's pretty cool. And next up we have track. Just people running fast. I can run somewhat fast as well. Not as fast as these people though. I like track. It's interesting. I'm going to throw it in C tier. Next up we have frisbee. I guess it's just frisbee. I'm not positive what kind of frisbee it is, but there's a kid holding a frisbee. I used to love playing ultimate frisbee in gym. I was amazing at it, just so everyone knows, just so that's clear. I was the best. All right. Everyone else stunk. I was great, and everybody else was dragging me down. I probably could have been a professional. I'm going to throw it B tier because I really enjoyed playing that. Next up we have volleyball. Is okay to watch. I like watching beach volleyball better than regular volleyball. Only women's too, because men's it's a little weird for me to watch men's and women's. But volleyball's okay. I mean, I'm going to say C tier. And finally, actually the last one is water polo. I've seen some water polo in the Olympics. I couldn't do it because I can barely stay afloat without someone trying to drag me underwater. I don't really like it that much. I'm going to say D tier. I don't really like watching it that much. That's my tier list right there if you haven't seen it already. It's pretty epic. What would you change about it? Let me know in the comments. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Smash like, hit subscribe, and I'll see y'all later.